Hello there, and welcome to Women Around the Table Talk Show. How y'all doing this terrific Tuesday? I know I'm doing very well today. It was an interesting day for me today, pretty busy, but faithfully, I'm here for you. So, welcome on this Tuesday night to Women Around the Table Talk. We are still having conversations with our men. So, the theme and our focal point will be, excuse me, is this seat taken? That's what most gentlemen say when they want to be accompanied with a woman and to start a conversation, right? So that's pretty much in the direction in which we've been going all month long. All month long. So we've been able to speak to our 20, 30-year-old range men who give us their expertise, their opinions, and their views on what it is that they would like to see in women. Versus the natural look, versus the makeup, the eyelashes that we've been wearing. Women, hello. So I myself decided, you know what? I'm gonna hit the TV with just me. Unapologetically me, Miss Kiki. I am your host of Women Around the Table Talk. So tonight we have a very special guest. He's from Las Vegas, Nevada, and his name is Mr. Dixon. And when I invite him in, I'm just gonna let him introduce himself. But women, I need y'all to know that everybody that's been at this table, they've come with their game, and I think that there's no trash at this table, honey. Can't throw no. I can't bring no trash to you. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, we got a beautiful night tonight. Mr. Dixon is going to be in the house, and he's going to introduce himself, and he's going to give us a little bit of his view and opinions about women. And you know what? And I forgot to mention that he is in the 30s to the 40-year-old range. And I wanted to go with him. This is a very intelligent individual. And Mr. Dixon, he has a website, I believe, and I may pronounce it wrong, so excuse me, but I think it's called Avron Marketing. Avron Marketing, or it could be Avron Marketing, I'll let him tell you, .com. And if you're trying to get your business off the ground and you want to get your business started, this is the place to go. Trust me, he's a friend. I know. You okay? So anyway, without further ado, whenever he gets here, Mr. Dixon is going to introduce himself. But before he comes to the table, women, there's something that you all need to know. And let me tell you this. So far, the men are saying that they prefer a woman to be natural, to be themselves. They prefer a more sound, spiritual woman, a woman with intellect, a woman that has her mental together. They would prefer a face that they could see every day. Now, I could understand it that if you want to enhance your look with a little mascara, or you want to throw a little lip gloss on, or whatever you need to do, but they really prefer for you to really be natural. And or if there is a condition, you can always explain to them, hey, the reason why I wear my little hair, my extra, is because some women do fight different hair situations, I would call them, such as alopecia. We may be thinning because of age or whatever the case may be. But women, we need to stop saying there ain't no good man out there and I can't find me no man. I wonder why. I'm going to tell you this much. You have an opportunity to stick close to this particular section of your television, because the men are telling you why you're probably still single, why you haven't found no good man yet. Okay? But hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to help the people. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, Mr. Dixon is going to come and he's going to share his expertise. He's going to enlighten us on what it is that these men hit around his age, or what they're looking for in a woman. And you know what? I've come to learn that most of them are saying the same thing. It doesn't matter if they're 20, it doesn't matter if he's 30. I just really think that they really want, it's so much going on out here in the world. I just really, really, really think they want a woman that can be herself. Because sometimes when we wear our makeup, ladies, let's be honest, we kind of lose our identity, don't we? Yes, we do. We lose our identity. Excuse me, I have something in my eye. But we tend to lose our identity, and we forget. We really forget who we are. So, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. So, anywho, um, back to what I was saying. We tend to lose the realness to us. I prefer. You know what? I'm gonna just put it out there, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Sometimes when we wearing our makeup and we swaying our hair all the time, and we got our lashes on and all this extra stuff, and we just doing this. I mean, I wonder on a good day, do you really act like that? And the men are asking the same thing. So we're getting ready to close this month out. We got one more week, and we're going out with a bang. With, excuse me, is this seat taken? Okay, so Jason is going to come to us. He's going to tell us, oh, I did say Mr. Dixon though. Anyway, that's his name. But he's going to come to us and he's going to share what his focus is on. And I'm glad to have him. He's a special, he's a pretty interesting guy. I'm not sure if he's single though. So ladies, just hold tight. We're going to see if he's single. And that's something that I'm pretty sure that you guys are waiting to hear, right? If he's single or not. But the reason why I chose him is Jason is from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm pretty sure he gets to see all different types of women, women of color, women of different culture. And so it's not just for us to be a direct point, ladies, women of color. It's for each woman. It's for every woman. You have to first be confident. You have to first reach within yourself and just be true to you, who you are. That's what their message is. The message is that they want a woman, and oh, not let me please not forget this point. They want a God-fearing woman. Someone that believes in the higher power. Yahweh. We call him the man upstairs. Whatever title you want to give it, they want a woman that believes on the Lord Jesus Christ. They want a woman that has some type of belief about the same level as them, so that you're able to communicate, so that you're able. I think that's where the balance come in anyway. I think that most men believe that if they have a woman of God, there's certain things that she won't do. There's certain things that she won't say. There's certain ways that she won't dress, that she will not dress. There is a particular way that a woman of God, a true woman of God, carries herself. And if you're not portraying that, if you're not putting that out there for them to be attracted to, I hope that by the time you're 60 years old, you're not still saying, where are all the good men at? Why can't I find a good man? And I don't have, but anywho, that's neither here nor there. I'm not sure if Jason has arrived yet or not. But okay, we'll bring him on in. Ladies and gentlemen, he is. Oh, there he is. Hello. Greetings to you, Mr.
Hello.
Jason Dixon.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I was Try to give the people just a little bit about
I
who
know.
you
I
are.
I heard, and you just put me in all different type of places.
That's because that's where you are. Okay, well, you know what? Let me not put you in all different types of places. Who is Jason Dixon?
So I live in Nevada, but I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. As you know, I lived in Dallas for from 2004 to 2019 till I moved my restaurant down here to Vegas. I do
Oh,
currently
what a
reside in
restaurant
Vegas.
we have, huh?
I do currently reside in Vegas.
Okay.
Uh, the most of who I am is I'm a laid back person. I am a business orientated person, as you know. My company is called Promote Until Something Happens. Avron Marketing is a division of what we do.
Avron.
Yep.
Okay, let me
So
write Avron. I knew I was gonna mess it up. Okay,
yeah,
you said Avron
yeah.
Marketing.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
actually owned by a friend of mine. He actually owns it. I'm just the face. So basically, what happened, how we became partners was he was creating a company at the same time I was creating mine. We
Mhm.
met at an event. He couldn't understand how so many people were talking to me, and he was just sitting at a table holding his graphics and showing people that he brought me in to help build him a sales team. Then from there, I became the president slash chairperson to help
Interesting.
brand the business. While still branding mine. The biggest
Okay.
part about push about promoting till something happens is I work with a lot of consulting firms that
Mm-hmm.
offer, let's say, they offer other things that uh, where I offer a plethora of things, they may offer one or two. So if they are a person that's great in accounting, they may only offer accounting. So they want to consult with
Oh,
you on that. But what I
okay.
come in is say, hey, when somebody's looking for help, right?
Uh-huh.
Like when I met you, when you're looking for help,
Yes.
you're not looking for a one-off. You're not looking to say, oh, well, help me with my graphics, but don't help me with my
Mm-hmm.
business. You're looking for
Mm-hmm.
somebody where you trust the one person to help you with it all. So I basically add
Oh,
that we bring these consulting firms in, help them build
okay.
while building their business. We're giving them our services to sell on a
Oh,
wholesale.
okay. 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 That's interesting. Can we still stay there with your business? Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that the people are interested because for those that are entrepreneurs, before we delve into the other stuff, but for those that are entrepreneurs, this is a segment where they can just build or contact
Yeah.
you on your net on this particular network and build their business. What about talents like models or
Uh, so,
singers or
so that's
artists?
funny because when I built the business, so take it, I built the business in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And only reason I came into the business, and it shows my brother's watching us right now, my brother,
Hey,
and
brother.
I have two brothers that are in the music business. One is a promoter and one is a Grammy winning producer. In 2009, I was a director. Well, let's say
Wow.
2005 to 2009, I was a director for Verizon. That's why I moved to Dallas. But all I did was work. I never thought about opening a business. I was a foster kid, so I never thought about opening a business. I never thought about doing any of that. I just was
Okay.
like, go to work, make my money, take care of my boys. That's the end of the
Mm-hmm.
story. So my brother called me up. I won't say his name, but he called me up
Okay.
and he said,
Bro, we
hey,
gonna call him bro.
he called me up. He say, hey, I found this club, and at the time, if you know, in Dallas, they had a club down in Deep Ellum called the Paradise Club. But it
Uh-huh.
had like a magnificent stage inside the club. They had a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
artists that they were working with that no one would book at the time. They book them now because they're famous now, but they wasn't booking them back then.
Back
So he
then. Mm-hmm.
called me up and he said, "Hey, can you help me? Were you willing to put your money up to?" To get these artist showcases going. And I said, great, let's do it. I said, as long as I can make my money back, I don't care. So I would travel Sunday through Thursday just to come back to be there in time enough for the show on Friday. Like I would
What you say?
rearrange my schedule
Are
because
you serious?
I was the guy standing at the front door making sure everybody paid. Because the lady
Okay.
the lady charged us $500 to rent the club, but it was a five. If you understand how club promotion work, they
I
charge a.
don't.
So she would charge us a $500 bar guarantee, saying that if the bar doesn't make $500, then we already got her covered,
Oh,
right? But
wow.
What that did for us is we had $500 worth of drinks to give away.
Okay. Okay.
So
Wow.
we used that promotion to be able to
Okay.
say, hey, the first 50 people into the club that night, they get a
Mhm.
free shots or they get free drink on
Mhm.
us,
Mhm.
which was fine by
Mhm.
me because we were charging them a fair amount of money to get in.
Oh
So
wow.
I started the business from that point. To make a long story short, as
Mhm.
I was working with the artists, they were coming in, and I know you all, everybody on this, whoever's on this channel, I know they all have come across the artists who wrote on their CDs, wrote their name, wrote their,
You know what? You my guy. He's in that era. He in that era. Come on, bring it in.
and asked you to buy the CD for $5, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
as I was doing these shows, I'm outside talking to the artists about how they should be representing their brand, how they should be
Yeah.
building their websites, how they should stop trying to go to Apple to make money with Apple when they could be building their sites and make it on their own. This was
Right.
before everybody started doing it now. A lot of stuff that we did, that me and my brothers did back then, especially in Dallas, a lot of people are starting to do now.
Hmm.
And it's like, but we were trying to tell you guys. So long story short, my brother them and I fell out because they were married, quote unquote, or dating,
Oh
and they were
man.
using. Well, we didn't fall out like that, but I mean, I had to get
Okay.
away
Okay.
from that scene because one day I come in town, I got there late, and I get there, and there's over 300 women in the club, right?
Ooh.
But we don't have no money at the door.
Hot.
So I was hot. I'm heated at this point.
Oh
And it's because
wow.
we did do a ladies' night, but let's use common sense.
Ooh.
If we would have just charged those ladies $5 compared to the 15 that we were charging the men,
Uh-huh.
we still would have came out of there with at least 3 grand that night.
Wow.
But
Wow.
because they allowed a company to come in, and I won't say the company, to do a model call, because me and them are still cool. I'm still cool with everybody. I just had to understand that nobody, nobody would have understand, nobody would have understood the, how I want to say this, they didn't understand the money, and that I was
And
only in
the
it for the
business
money.
logic. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't in it for the shows or being out at the club at night. I didn't care about none of that because
Yeah.
if you know me, you know that I'm up all night anyway working, and I'm in bed. I'm up early and bed late.
Well, hold
Uh,
on, because see, so those that have just tuned in, they don't know you. We don't know you. We're getting to know
I
you
know,
right
I
now.
know, I
You
know.
know, we're
But
getting to know Mr. Dixon. Okay, continue.
so from there, I kind of cut my ties with my brothers then. But
Hmm.
as I was still traveling with my job, my brother called me and he said, "Man, these artists are looking for you." And I
Yeah.
said, "What you mean they looking for me?" He was like, "Man, you didn't put them on game, and now they're trying to figure out how to get it done."
Oh
So
wow.
we sat on the phone for about 2 hours. I said, "Bro, I don't want to start a business. I don't know nothing about starting a business. I don't want to do this." He was like, "You build companies." But my position that I had at Verizon, just to let you guys know, I was the director of small business operations. If you live in Dallas, you know about Super Pages. You know about I ran
Yeah.
those divisions that were off of Beltline.
Right.
So we were helping small businesses anyway. So what
Okay.
I did was take that plan and take the plan that Verizon showed me and put a little twist on it and said, let's make it into payment plans for the people. One, two,
Okay.
I didn't know what to name the company, so my brother called me up one day and he said, this is God honest truth. Called me up one day. He
Okay.
said, I think you should name your company Promote Until Something Happens. I
Push.
s- I
That's what it
said,
stands
yep.
for. Okay. Okay. You
I
know.
said, there's already a push out there. This is 2009, no, 2008,
Mm-hmm.
December of 2008. I said, there's already a company out there that's called Push. But it wasn't a company, it was just a phrase. Pray until something
Ah.
happens. Yeah,
Pray
it was
until something
something
happens.
happens.
Okay. You know, as
And
church folks, we know about that there.
yeah, but I
Yes,
come
we do.
from, so me coming from a foster care system, I went to a private Catholic school, is where my foster family
Oh
put me.
my.
So
This
I
is gonna
learned
be interesting.
a little bit more of the Bible than most people would on a daily basis. Let's just say over 800 hours of religion is what you had to take in order to graduate. So if you ain't never read the Bible, if you
800.
ain't never read the Bible, trust me, you don't want to put your kids in a Catholic school. You don't want to go to a Catholic school because you're going to read the Bible and you're going to read it over and over. And then when you get to the end, you're going to come back and start over again. But it helped me to
Wow.
understand that a lot of people use a lot of phrases out of the Bible to meet their needs. And the reason why I say that, because
Mm.
they say pray until something happens, but the key to that is faith without works is dead. And
Uh-oh.
everybody leaves that part out. They leave the part out about they'll say the prayer part, but won't say that, hey, God will open these doors, but he won't open them loud like the
Work.
devil does. He'll
Uh-huh.
open a small crack in the door, but we'll be
Uh-huh.
so busy trying to, what's up, Mom? What's up, Marlon? I see him.
Yeah,
What's up,
that
Marlon?
fine.
My fault. But they won't say like at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when God leaves that little crack, we'll be so busy looking at what the devil opened up for us that we'll go through that door not knowing we're just going back in a circle, right? So when we name
Whoa.
the company Promote Until Something Happens, my mission statement says that, hey, we while you're steady doing the praying, let us do the work for you. Because
Oh.
the two things have to go hand in hand.
Did y'all hear that? Okay, can you repeat that little phrase right there? Did y'all hear that?
So it basically
While
says
you're
that,
praying, they do the work.
yeah, let us do the
What
work
a
for you.
connection.
But
I love
so then from there, we just kind of took off. 2009, I walked away from my job. Now, take it, guys, I was making a lot of money at this job, so my family didn't like it that I was like, hey, I'm out.
Oh, so you was booming.
But I took the business, and me and my brother sat down, and we kind of came up with a plan in the first year. We went around to every small club, everybody that was models. My biggest thing that launches, though, were fashion shows.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was doing a fashion show at that time or trying to put one together. And you know, me being new, I teach a technique, and you know this from me talking to you. I teach a technique of free.
Yeah.
And I can only teach this technique because I did it, so I know it works.
Mm-hmm.
So we ran around helping a bunch of people for free, not really for the money. Just let us show you our concepts. Let me show you how to put a business together. Let us show you how to do this
Wow.
to where you can be lucrative.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
3 months after that, my brother kind of stepped away. He was in the military, so he had some kind of he had a lot of issues. So he had to
Okay.
step away to get himself better. So it left me to go build the company by myself. So I kind of put my hat on, my heart. You know me, I tell you to work, the grinder work. I put my hard
Yes.
hat on and hit the streets.
Yes.
Met with a
Yes.
lot of people, ended up doing a lot of business. Dallas was my launching pad, but it wasn't my only pad. I used Dallas to launch, but I used it to go to Houston. I traveled wherever anybody called me and said they needed my help. I said I'm
Wow.
coming. And I did it on my own dollar, did it for free to help
What?
them build. Yes.
Yep. A hush. Come on. Continue.
But as we were doing it in the first year, the next year was what the big thing was. So now I got a little team with me, my foster brothers and my friends who I call brothers. They kind of came into the picture. Hey, bro, we like what you're doing. Let's make this happen. So we
Mm-hmm.
started doing what we started throwing shows. My team, they were more into the music scene and the model scene. I was more into trying to get those small businesses. So we were throwing rap explosions. We were throwing. I bought my own printing. I bought my own website servers. I
Oh
bought my
wow.
own everything that we have within the company we own. I don't use
Okay.
third parties unless I partner up with them, and it's only because I know their work. What made me go against that was because my first year of business, I learned that a third party can make a mistake, but you take all
Mm-hmm.
the blame.
Ooh. Don't that sound familiar?
So I learned that, hey, if you're gonna do something that you have to rely on printing, you have to
Mm-hmm.
rely on uh, web servers, you have to rely on those things to work. It's better to invest your money and build your own because
That's
at
right.
least then you have control over it, and you can control when they're shipped, you can control when they're coming and when they're going.
Wow. That's true. Okay.
Yep.
Jason, you a busy man.
That's just
I mean, okay, so for those of you who have tuned in, us women and folks around this table, we talking about Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, you come with your pockets full, brother.
nah.
If you
It's
don't
not.
mind me saying, your work ethic is, I mean, you got a lot of things going on. I told y'all we don't bring no trash to the table, okay? Every man that comes to the table has something going on. And I like the fact that with his ambition, with his drive, there's a heart to help people. That's what I'm about. That's what he's about. And for those that of you that have been watching, welcome. Matter of fact, let me just take this opportunity to say welcome to everyone that's been throwing comments and they've been saying hi, Mr. Dixon.
Tell him I
So
said hi.
he said, "Hey y'all, hey." So anyway, welcome aboard. But for those of you that are just now tuning in, this is Mr. Jason Dixon. He's living in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he's from Nebraska. I heard that much, and he has a lot going on. He has a very, very, very big heart, and for me to hear that you would just come out of your own pocket, wow, to help people,
Well,
you have to be a
it
blessed man.
it worked on a concept of well, let's talk about that. So people think helping somebody means that you always have to spend. That's not always
Okay.
the case. Let's say if I would have met you back then and you would have called me and you would have said, Jason, hey, I need your help. I'm trying to build this business. So when Suave introduced us, I would have been like, bet, what are you trying to do?
Uh huh.
So people don't look at things as hardware and software. Let's talk about that because I'm a computer geek, you know that. So let's talk about hardware and software. I
Okay.
tell people all the time, if you want me to help build your business plan, I can do that. That's software. I'm not going to charge you for that. Why? Because I put a value on my time. But if it's going to
Okay.
help you get where you need to be, then I'm going to help you put that together, right? And I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
charge you because you're going to do most of the work. I'm just going to give you the blueprint on how to do it.
Okay.
But if you talk about me building you a website, I'm like, great, I can do that as well. I can build the site, but when you talk about launching it, now that's where
Mm-hmm.
you got to come out of pocket
That's where
because
we got to come out of pocket.
I'm already giving you free for me
Right.
building it. But you got to come out and pay for the server space, pay for the domain, pay for whatever you need on there. Whatever I call and say, hey, this has to be paid, this has to be paid. Same way with when people want shirts and people want clothing and they want stuff like that. You got to pay for what this is, but I can do the design work for you for free. That's how I kind of helped a lot of businesses build. I would travel to their cities, help them put their business together, be there with them as they're going out there. Because part of my role in my business, my own business, is to help people become better business owners. So that means teaching you how to talk. I've literally elevated people on not talking about their business to, hey, you should be talking about your business every day. I don't care. And if anybody on this thing know me, they know. I could be at a restaurant, I could be at church, I could be wherever. It's going to be about my business and my company. Why
We,
wouldn't
we
you?
we can see. Cause honey, this is a lot. I mean, you got my pen going. You gonna have to replace my pen. All this ink I'm having to use on you and carry it on. Cause I gotta take my notes. Cause I don't know who tuning in into the television broadcast on today. So
Right.
they might want to email you, get in contact with you. Because we
Yes.
don't know if you're single. It's a lot of women,
Yeah, I'm not
they
going to put that
eyeing
out
you.
there.
You gonna have to. You around the table, baby. You gonna have to. You
I'm
gonna have
not.
to let us know something on that segment. But thank you, because I'm gonna come back to all of your I'm gonna come back to the marketing website because I definitely want those individuals that are tuning in now or even later to, if they do have a small business or they're stuck where they are or what have you, they can go check you out and they'll have that platform to go and access. So I got to make sure that you spell it out loud and clear.
Well,
And
Avron Marketing, if they go to that site, they're going to work with my partner. I don't really do have control over that. I don't have a website for my business. We did, and I do encourage other people to have them. But because
okay,
85% of my business is word of mouth, I teach people that. If I can get you to the point of word of mouth, then your website is irrelevant because people will tell other people about you. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
but if we want to talk to Jason, then
I know.
how do we get
So
in contact with him?
basically, Facebook, Instagram, any kind of messenger. I'm all about giving out my phone number. I won't do it on this live though, but I'm all about that. Give me a call. Just because we do have a new website coming up, but I'm building a social site, kind of
Okay,
like Facebook, but for small businesses. So I don't
okay,
want to give them the website because we basically took it down to redo it.
okay. So that's a social site. Okay, well, as you know, I man, those are some very good accolades. I got it all written down. So I heard you say something that was very, you know, kind of it stuck. And you said
Okay.
that you were a foster kid and you had to go to
Yep.
the Catholic. Bible reading school, or basically a church. And
It basically
um
was.
basically, did it help you? I mean, as
It
far as who, to the person that you are right now.
it did, and
Do
let me
you
tell you why.
still
Yep, it built my core. And the reason why I don't regret, my mom went to jail. I wasn't a foster kid my whole life. I know my family. I
okay.
know my brothers. My mom went to jail. My mom and dad separated. My dad played in the football league. So I mean,
Oh
for
wow.
the Cowboys, yeah, he played for the Cowboys. He didn't. He wasn't that faithful. Let's say that. So when my mom
Okay.
left, I was me and my brother were only 9 months apart. I was the brother that said, "Nope,
Hmm.
I'm going with my mama." So I left.
Oh yeah.
But my
Okay.
mama was a gangster. She was an
Show.
outright gangster.
Okay.
So she ended up going to jail when I was 13.
Okay.
So me and my sister had to live in Nebraska by ourselves, no family, no nothing. She took me there because we're originally from Kansas City. That's where I was born. She took me from
Right.
Kansas City because all my cousins were getting into trouble. So when she moved me to Nebraska, guys, Nebraska is like predominantly white. Only Omaha is black, but they only got maybe two black schools, if that.
Whoa.
So I ended up going to one of the black schools, which is called Boys Town. It's called Boys and
Okay.
Girls Town now. But the reason why
Okay.
I said it was an experience was because Boys Town taught me you don't understand that your parents teach you so much until somebody points out what you don't know.
Mm.
So Boys Town does this thing. It's called what the heck is it called? They give you a card. I mean, this is the best way I can explain it. So
Okay.
they give you a card that you get every day. On one side of the card is 14 major social roles that you should know. And on the
Okay.
other side is the same major 14 roles you should know. That your mom and parents teach you that you don't know you're being taught this until you get older and you realize, hey, I say thank you every day because my mom said it every day or my dad said it every time they did something.
Mm.
So they're called social roles. So we used to have to go to a class. We had a
Uh-huh.
literal class in the morning that we had to go over these social roles. And it was as simple as this, no joke. It was
Hmm.
as simple as, and we would get points. So Boys Town, when my mom went to jail, Boys Town paid. I got paid from the state $1,700, which went to me. But we had parents, so we lived in a 10-bedroom mansion, and we had parents. We lived on a farm, but it was like a farm. We worked, we grew our food, and we lived in this house, and
Wow.
the parents were teachers. They were teachers in the school, but to be a teacher there, you have to take on the mom takes on the mom role, the wife
Okay.
takes on the mom role, and the
Hmm.
dad takes on the worker. So he goes to work, he goes to the school. He's probably a coach, he's probably a teacher. The mom is at home making sure that we're doing our schoolwork, that we're
Hmm.
got our clothes. She takes us shopping on the weekend once we get through the week because
Hmm.
we're not allowed to leave the
Hmm.
campus, right? So these social roles, when we got every morning at 7, you go to your home class, right? And these social roles are things as simple as
Hmm.
how do you greet somebody? And we had to do this every day. How do you greet somebody? Well, the cycle of it says you greet somebody by one, looking them in their eye, two, smiling,
Okay.
three, shaking their hand,
Okay. Yeah. Social role.
right?
Okay.
We even had it as far
Yes.
as everybody says I'm real calm and collective until you really push me over that border, though. But most of the time, I'm pretty laid back, right? But the we even had a thing where we had to learn how to deal with anger. So we had a
Okay.
steps. How do you deal with anger? Well, first you sit back, you
Uh-huh.
calm down, you
Uh-huh.
think about it, you smile,
Hmm.
and you come back and you address the problem. It was
Yeah.
all a way that when your kids are little, we do this to them that we don't even know that we do it because it's a
Wow.
natural paternity thing. Boys
Right.
Town took it and made it into something that was structural and
Okay.
that they can
Okay.
teach over and over.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Uh-huh.
here's what made it work though. I told you I got $1,700 from the state every week for being there. So
Right.
that if I got a negative side of my card, which said I didn't do the role or I went outside of the role, I would lose
Okay.
money that week.
What?
Yep. If I got a
Oh
positive, then I
wow.
would get money that week. I would get my money that week. They
What
use
you
that
say?
as a leverage for us to learn these roles without
Wow.
us understanding that, hey, you repeat something enough, you learn it, right? It's the
That's
reason
correct.
why we sing our
That's
ABCs.
correct.
The reason why. So in this process of being there, it basically built my core. It was the same things because as I raised my sons, I taught
Hmm.
them those same things. It's
Hmm.
okay to walk away from a fight. It's okay to say, no, I'm good. I don't have to fight with you.
Hmm.
Because we as it taught us that we as people sometimes now take it guys, if you know Boys Town, it was for bad kids. It was kids whose parents were in trouble, or the kids were terrorizing in their neighborhood, and the parents said I can't do it anymore, and they shipped their kids to Boys Town, no matter all of from
Mm.
all over the country. So I have friends from everywhere. It doesn't matter
Wow. Boys
because
Town.
yeah, they were from everywhere. So it was a unique
Ooh.
experience for me. And then to be so real, my son got in trouble. Just to bring it up to date, my son got in trouble and to some trouble with some friends. He didn't do anything. He was just there at the at
Uh-huh.
the at the situation. And so with him being there, a judge tried to railroad him and give him a felony at a young age. So I had to fly from Dallas to Nebraska and say, nope, because I'm part of the Boys Town family, I was able to take my son out of the jail system, put
What?
him in Boys Town, and he graduated with honors, got a full basketball
See?
scholarship to the University of Arizona because
Mm-hmm.
it changed his environment.
Yes, exactly. Wow. That's key. Hmm. Environment switch. Okay. It changed his environment.
Yep,
So had you not gone, you would
it
have
would
had
have
a felon
for a
son.
son. Yep.
Wow. That's awesome. That's amazing. Wow. I hope that you viewers out there, if y'all need a little help besides prayer,
I
hey,
pray, but you
hey,
don't want me to pray for you. You don't want me to pray
no,
for
you said y'all do the work. We can pray, but y'all do the work. Listen, so that's one little avenue. So if y'all need some help, Boys Town, look it up. You know, while you're praying, look it up. Okay. So I'm learning so much. I'm having to write this all down because it's going to go a long way. All of the information that you're sharing with us, Jason, is beautiful. Trust me. Um, However, there is something that I want to delve into.
you. Okay.
Why you laughing, Jason?
Because
Why
I'm
you
waiting on
laughing?
that. I'm waiting on that question.
What's the question? You
I
go
don't
and
even want to
ask
say
me the
it.
question.
No, go ahead. I'm ready.
Jason, we have been talking all month about the men will come in and they let it's almost like an introduction, and I love it how a man
Hmm.
can just lay it all out and be like, hey girl, I'm like this, you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then and that's basically what you've done. And so, but we've been talking all month long about what men such as yourself, you're in a whole category. You're in the era where in the 1990s where we used to get on the phone with each other and we fall asleep on the phone with each other. You
And
hear me?
wake up together.
Yeah,
Girl,
wake
you
up. Do
you
you hear
fell
me?
asleep. You fell asleep.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then our favorite argument was who fell asleep first.
First. Yep.
And you listening to see if they still breathing. Tell me hello. Tell me you up. So the young people, they don't know nothing about that right there. Them cell phones are getting a little too hot on their
Right.
face.
Right.
It'll
Right.
get to a little too hot on their face right about now. But anyway, the era in which you and I grew up, there were landlines that were still connected into the wall, and we used to have to dial the number either like this, and it rotates all the way back around, or we had a push dial.
Yep.
Back then on the phone, we had beepers back then and
Yep.
pagers, and
Yep.
I mean, we used to get in trouble for the pager going off in the classroom.
Hey,
Like,
hey, on low, I
you
still
still got
got
your
my pager.
pager? You serious? You still got your pager?
On low. I used to be.
What
I
you
wasn't always a
mean?
good person, so
Oh
those things
my
bring
gosh.
back memories to me.
You hear me? I mean, and I love it. I mean, we used to get in trouble for them. All you hear is teet teet. Boy, them things used to go off, and
When
then
you
we
used to
had to
have to
go to the
run to the
payphone.
payphone.
Yeah. We used to have 25 cents to go to the payphone to see who it was.
And that's
And
what
don't let it be a wrong number. You just lost your quarter.
everybody talking about. They don't carry change now. I'm like, I remember I used to
Yeah.
keep a pocket full of them.
I'm trying to tell you, like granddaddy used to do. You hear me? Shoot. Go down the street making some noise like a mug.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's the era in which we grew up in. Man, I remember it like yesterday. And then they come out with the flip phone. And, I could go on and on and on about the era in which we live in. But I've been getting a lot of questions lately, and I have not been able to answer them for some of the
Okay,
women that are our age.
okay.
And because most of the young men are saying the same thing as you heard me say.
Yep,
However, because we grew up the way that we did, you know, most of the women are saying, well, you know what, if he don't call me back or if he don't text me back, then it's over. Basically.
that's the
That's because of
stupidest
what
thing
we're
ever.
hold on. This is our age group. So, I'm like, let me get the guys from my age and let me ask them what are y'all looking for and how do we communicate with y'all, and you
I
got
heard,
all this stuff going on, how do I match that, Jason?
but
How
it's
can
not.
I?
It's no way to match it. I heard you say it while I was waiting on backstage. So it's no way to match it. The
It's
questions that
not.
you're asking, the questions that you're asking are questions that nobody can really fulfill. I can't tell you how to talk to me. I can't tell you how to keep my attention because guess what? It's me.
Right.
If I'm interested in you, then I'm interested in you. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't talk to me for a day, I'm an introvert extrovert. So if you know what that is I'm comfortable in my skin of being by myself. If you don't call me for a day, I don't get in an uproar. I don't be like, oh well, you didn't call me. Like I don't do all that.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
all about the people and it's all about who you are. Because caring doesn't mean that we have to be around each other every minute. Love isn't caring isn't that I have to call you every 5 minutes or text you every 5 minutes. If I know and know that you care about me and know that you think about me, I'm good. Just knowing. The one text in the morning, the one text in the afternoon. But if you're blowing me up, I can tell you right now, I get irritated. I'm like, because I got stuff to do. I don't have all day to sit by my phone and text you and do this and do that. I'm working on my doctors. I'm working on businesses. I'm working on things like that. And if we're working on that together and you're just as busy as I am, the time that we spend together is that much more valuable. The problem is in most situations that I've been discovering is that when I meet somebody or people that I know meet people, one side it's a lopsided situation.
Uh-oh.
One person may go to work and then they're off at five. You know the work. Let me say it like this. You know the worst thing about being an entrepreneur.
What's the worst thing about
The,
being an entrepreneur?
Marlon, you already know, but the worst thing about being an entrepreneur is I end up meeting those people that work a 9 to 5.
Okay.
And those 9 to 5ers have it in their head that when they get off of work, everything about my day should stop as well.
Oh, boom.
No
Okay.
matter no matter how much I give them time, they're
I'm
still
taking
trying to
notes.
dictate my time. So
Oh,
I can
wow.
probably speak for most of the guys that you talk to because if they're like me or if they're in a business of, hey, I'm older, I'm more settled down, I'm not looking to be out at the clubs every day, I'm not looking to run the streets every day, but what I
Here we
am
go.
looking to be with somebody that wants to go out on dates and somebody who values the time that we spend together, but understand that we don't have all this time to be going out every night. Not if we're trying to build what I call generational wealth. You don't have money to spend going out every day.
Come
And to you
on
guys
here.
that are dating these girls that's causing you, if you, hey, I got friends. Let me tell you, this is a big conversation in my little circle.
Okay.
My friends,
Please.
I talk to them so bad because I'm like, you met this girl yesterday, but yet you took her out on a date that cost you almost $400. I don't
Are you?
understand it. Hey, I swear to God. Because you think about it. Think about a normal date to most of these people nowadays because they're going off of what social media say. They're going off of what people think dates are. If you take, let's just say somebody
Social
plan a
media.
date and they say, hey, let's go to a comedy club or let's go here and let's go there. Well, you think about the comedy club tickets. You're going to go buy a new outfit to go out, right? You're going to go do this. You're going to try to take her to a nice restaurant because the whole thing is about trying to impress. And it's what I call your salesperson. That's your salespeople. You trying to sell them at this point.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But
Who
that the reason why those things never work and the people have such bad because they're both trying to sell each other, and that
mm-hmm.
can only work for maybe a month, month and a half. After that, the
Wow.
real you start to come out. After that, you
Uh-huh.
start to realize, hey, I can't keep taking you out on these dates because I work and I go here and I got bills and I got this and that, but we're steady doing these extravagant things and I'm trying to keep up with what I call the Joneses and I can't afford that. So what happens? You start to fight, you start to argue more, you start to do things apart more, right? Instead of just coming out. So me, I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, look, I'm upfront. Here's who I am. On the very first night you call me and we on the phone for a couple hours, here's who I am. Here's what I'm about. Here's my kids. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I got going on. I'm not the wealthiest man. Yes, I have a lot going on, but I got money spread it out in a lot of different areas and I don't have money to waste. I took a
Okay.
girl I took a girl out on a date and all I had in my pocket was $28 and she said it was the best date she had ever been on.
Come on here. 28. 28.
And we
Don't
didn't
be
do
late for the date. Come on.
and we didn't do anything but take a walk in the park, feed the ducks, go to TGIF Fridays and talk.
Come on. Do y'all hear that?
It's still that simple.
$28.
But we look at it as we got to impress because society says, or the women in society nowadays that you meet are like, oh, you got to do this. I had a girl once tell me, like, if you can't take me out and we ain't going to no, I'm like, I just met you. Why would I take you to a fancy restaurant? What are
Right.
we doing?
Who do
Like,
that?
what if I don't like you tomorrow? Like that's how
Oh,
I look at it. Then I'm out of $200 trying to impress you when I'm good. So I
you
kind of have a
so right.
tendency to walk away from things like that. But I encourage my friends, my guys, even my nephews. I tell them learn to be with you first. If you learn to be with
Wow.
you first and you learn to be comfortable with you don't really trip off what somebody else do, even in a relationship. You'll find the peace that's because what I find is people put one of the things that I'm talking about in my book is people put a lot of what they want onto the other person. So, what I mean by that is
Wow.
this:
Expectation.
not even that. You can have expectations, but what if
Okay.
what people have is say we're all older, right? So we have our own habits. Let's call them that. We have our
Okay. We
own
set in
habits.
our ways. Okay.
Right. So we have a tendency to get mad with the significant other because what our habits are. So if I
Mm-hmm.
came home every day and I washed the dishes and my kitchen was fully clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say
Mm-hmm.
you and I were dating and my kitchen was fully clean and then you come over my house and you're over there with me for a week, and then all of a sudden I start noticing I go to bed, there's dishes in the sink. I'm gonna start to get upset a little bit. Why? Because in my mind, my habits should be your habits. If you know that I clean up the
Oh.
kitchen every day, then it's just like I tell people, if you make your bed every day, I am not the person to tell to make the bed. Do I pull the covers up and straighten the bed up? I straighten it up. I make it
Yeah.
look presentable. But if you're that
Yeah.
person that tuck the covers up under, tuck the sheets and
Mm-hmm.
pull the pillows and put all the pillows back on the bed, we're going to fight every day. Why? Because your expectation to me is that I'm going to do that. And when you come home and it's not made like that, you're going to get
That's a
frustrated.
problem.
You'll try to bite it in. Just like I tell people, when people ask me, what are your pet peeves? I'm like, I have none.
I'm learning so
If
much.
if a person tells you they have pet peeves, that should be your
Mm-hmm.
first red flag. Why? Because if their pet peeve is they hate the toothpaste being squeezed from the middle, and you're a person
Mm-hmm.
that's been doing that your whole life, you should go on and
Mm-hmm.
walk out the door because y'all gonna fight over
Mm-hmm.
that every day. I'm a person that says I don't care what the way I attack relationships that keeps me at my peace is that I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what you do in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care
Mm.
if you go hang out with. I'm that guy that will remember when? Do you remember? So my parents, before they became unhappy, my mom
Uh-huh.
used to. My parents used to leave the house and take different cars and go different ways on Saturday, and probably not see each other till about noon, 2 o'clock, because they each had things to do.
Right,
So
right.
I learned that that was what kept them together for so long because they were able to keep their own friends. They trusted
Okay.
each other in a realm. Even though my dad came later, he was doing some bad things, but my mom didn't know that at the time. I
Uh-huh.
learned that those type of things, all they were saying was like, "Look, I trust you to be you."
Okay.
So I come into relationships telling you exactly that. I trust you to be you.
Mm. Okay.
I don't understand. I get into arguments with my boys because they be like, "Man, my girl, if she talk to other guys, I'm jealous." I'm like, I don't even. I take it as a compliment. when other
Wow.
guys hit on my girl. And they be
You
like, "You
do?
do?" Yeah, because at the end of the day, I know you look good, so why would I not assume that other people don't think you look good?
So why be jealous?
Because the action is, but
That
listen,
part.
them talking to you is not the action I'm worried about.
It's your girls.
If she
Then.
reacts to it and starts to do something differently, then that is her.
Okay, so hold on. You said yaks. That's the new one to some of the viewers. What? How did she yak to it?
No, I said react. I said
Oh,
react. I'm
react,
sorry.
react, react. Okay,
Yeah.
if she reacts to it,
If she
gotcha.
react
Okay,
to it, or you know
okay,
what I'm saying.
gotcha.
And I dated somebody
She
who
got.
broke up with me. I swear to
Uh-huh.
God, in 2004 I dated somebody who broke up with me, and this is the reason why they broke up with me. Y'all don't even laugh, because I thought now I laugh at it. Me and her are good friends now, but she told me I wasn't jealous enough. And I was like, what's jealous enough? Because I'm not walking around here with binoculars. Because she had a group of friends, and their group of
Uh-huh.
friends had possessive boyfriends, to the
Yeah,
point to where we were at a Paul Quinn party. Paul Quinn was having
yeah.
a homecoming,
Come
and
on.
if you ever been to Paul Quinn, there's this big rock across the street from the school.
Okay,
It's like
so for our viewers in TV world, what is Paul Quinn?
it's a college in Dallas,
It's a
black
college in Dallas, Texas,
HBCU.
people.
Yeah,
Okay.
HBCU. So if you know where Paul Quinn is a rock. There's a big old rock
Okay.
across the street from the school that people go sit on some of the time. This
Yeah.
girl's boyfriend, we were at a party. He said he didn't want to go. This girl's boyfriend was over there on the rock in his pajamas with binoculars, watching her every move. Swear to God. And I was like, if I got to be like that to keep you, I don't want you. That's too much stress on me. I got shit to do.
No, you got what? You
I
got
got
stuff to
stuff to
do.
do. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just saying. Hey, I said I went to a Catholic school. I didn't say I fully, like Steve Harvey said, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Jason, you on TV. This ain't
I'm
Zoom.
sorry. I'm sorry. But I do apologize. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm when it comes to a relationship and the things I heard you talking about, it
Mm-hmm.
really, really is about the two people and how they
Okay.
interact. But if you
Okay.
steady try to answer those questions, you're never going to get an answer,
Okay.
because it's about how you are and who you are at this point and who he is at this point.
You. You. So
Yeah,
we need to be focused on who we are.
right,
Continue being who we are because you're attracted to us in the first place.
right,
No need for us to try to change you. Just
exactly.
continue to be us and better ourselves
And
for you.
that doesn't matter what age range. You should be able to be yourself no matter what age range you're in.
That's true.
If you have to constantly, not saying, now don't take this the wrong way. Not
Okay.
saying you shouldn't grow in the
Hmm.
relationship and evolve. But
Okay.
if you constantly have to change your core values for the person you're with, then you don't need to be with that person.
Mm. If you constantly changing the core
Yes.
values of yourself, you don't need to be with them.
Because why no one should require you to change your core values, because that's
Okay.
what attract people to you.
Mm-hmm. It's called core values, people. Don't change them.
So,
Okay.
and that's how I look at it. If and me dating, that's what I look at. And I require you to be upfront like I am, because like I said, you can talk to anybody that's ever dated me within the first let's just talk about it. I met you and we were talking business, and you found out 85% of my life in that 1 hour.
Did just like y'all found out about 85% of this little old 30 minutes. True. I mean, because you got a lot going on. So you say core values. I love it. I'm learning so much. This is so true. My guests in here, they're commenting. They're saying this is true. So everything that you're saying is valid, valid points. But let me ask you a personal question.
Uh-oh.
Jason, just be honest. Just tell me the truth. Okay, so you know how these women wearing these eyelashes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we you know our era, and this is something new for us, And I know it's a TikTok thing, they're kind of competing with each other. But what's up with the do you prefer the makeup? You don't mind the
I
makeup, the
don't. I
lashes?
don't. I like natural. If you use a little makeup, I'm okay with it. But if you caking it on, I used to laugh about my mom. My mom is.
Gosh.
I know I'm kind of dark, but I take after my dad. My mom is
Okay.
high yellow. My mom is high, like high
Yellow
yellow.
bone, yellow bone. Okay.
My brothers and my sisters are too. So at
Okay.
the end of the day, though, I used to see my mom cake on makeup. And have you ever walked by somebody and you see the cake on that's like the
That's
mask
bad.
right behind their thing, and you like, I used to think it was like a mask. You know when you put the mask on your walls.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used to
yeah.
ask my mom as a kid, like, can you take that off and just put it back on the wall? Like,
Are
I
you
used to get in trouble for
serious?
that. Yeah,
But
because
listen, they're not gonna see that these days because now they
yeah,
got concealer and they got some
yeah.
stuff to hide it and thin it all out. So we
But my
not they're not gonna
my
see that.
thing is, my thing is, if it makes you feel happy and it makes you feel comfortable in your skin, then I will never change that. But
Okay.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you feel comfortable without that too.
Oh wow, that's
So
beautiful.
that's the job of a man, because women like
That's the
to look
job of a
beautiful and they
man.
like to be made to think that they're beautiful either way.
Okay, okay. But firsthand, if you saw it coming, you probably would kind of check it out just because of
Yeah.
your and you probably more than likely would kind of be like,
Well,
"Ah,
the
that's
thing
too
about
much
it though,
cake. That's too
can I
much
can I
cake."
be can I be honest with you though? Honestly, I'm
Please.
I'm a very shy person when it comes to personal. So most of the time, I see women I like and I may be attracted to, but the odds that I'm going to talk to you, I'm more of a personal situation type person. A lot of the
Uh-huh.
women, including my two baby moms,
Uh-huh.
I met them from social. Let's say a friend of mine threw a party, and that's how I met them. I'm a long
Okay.
term relationship type person. I'm not one to go out to clubs and meet nobody. I'm not that person.
That's not true.
Not me. Never had a one night stand a day in my life. Just to be honest with you.
Okay.
Um,
That's good.
and I'm always that person that's. I look at a person's character and I'm like, if we can't have a 5 minute conversation that actually is about something, I'd rather go on about my way. I'm not one just here to
Wow.
collect numbers.
Oh,
You have
goodness.
to be able to bring some kind of substance to me. I'm an
Uh-huh.
Aquarius, so you got to be able to talk or have a conversation to keep me interested.
I love it. I
I'm
love
always
it.
in debates that talk about, hey, sex is just a sex is like the apple pie of dinner. Like I'd rather have
Mm.
dinner. Let me have dinner first.
Okay, okay, okay. I think that's what we would prefer you to have. I guess. I love it. I love it all. Um, Before you go, let me first of all say thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much
Thanks for
for
having me.
you are so welcome, Um, I want to thank you for coming out. And you taught me something. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I'm like, because I know where my era is, right?
Right.
And I know where my age bracket is. And so, oh, now I see why I'm. Never mind, I'm putting myself. This ain't even about me. This is about you. This is about Jason. So, first of all, thank you for accepting the invitation. For those of you that have just come in the middle of the segment of Women Around the Table Talk Show, Jason has given us all him. He's given us all the entrepreneurship, the avenues, the boulevards in which we can be guided with our small businesses. I mean, he came with it, ladies. Understand
And
that.
ladies, I don't want y'all to think I don't like eyelashes. I'm partnership with a company right now where we sell it all. So don't I like the money it makes. So keep wearing them if you like them. I'm just saying, call me if you need them.
Okay, so y'all get a chance to call him if y'all need some lashes. It's your boy. Okay. So anyway, I just want to thank you for coming on the TV show tonight. It's so informative, dude. I want me a pen too. So when you get your first push pins, I'm gonna promote you until something happens till I get my pen
All right,
because you can use up
I'm gonna
all
work.
my little notepad.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. I'm on the
Okay, so
sweatshirts and
yeah.
clothes right now, so you got to give me a minute.
Okay, well then down the line, make sure you get some pens because we like pens. Okay.
All right.
I didn't get a chance to open up the line, but if y'all have questions, if you have anything that you want to talk about regarding what Mr. Dixon has said, go to his Facebook page. You can go to Jason, go find Jason Dixon in Facebook, or you can go to eefinetworks.com. Send the message there. I'll get with you. We're gonna talk about him first. And then we're gonna contact.
Tell Marlon I'm gonna be contacting him. Marlon, I'm about to hit you up as soon as we get off. I ain't
I
talked
mean,
to
I
Marlon
don't
in a
know
minute.
about y'all, but have enjoyed tonight. I told y'all I be having some men. They come with it. However, to close us out, y'all do not want to miss. I know I say this all the time, but Jason, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Much love. Boom. It's all there for you, man. You rock. You really do. Okay, so
Thank you so
on
much.
next week on Tuesday, we got a celebrity coming to the house. We got his name is Mr. Dunbar, and he's a retired NFL Atlantic Falcon. And I went to school with him, and I'm so proud to say it. But this man, oh, he's so hot. When I mean hot, he got it going on. Everything that he has going on. So you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss Tuesday. It's going to be a treat. I'm going out with a bang for the month of June for men. For the men that have been speaking all month long. Thank you so much for everybody that has come along the table, around the table. Excuse me. Is this seat still taken? Okay. But anyway, he'll be present with us Tuesday. Thank you all for tuning in. It's your girl, Miss Kiki. I am your host of Women Around the Table Talk. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye.
Kiki White and EFI Networks, thank you for watching the Women Around Table Talk. We hope that you have enjoyed. We would like to thank all of our special guests. Kiki White and EFI Networks look forward to you joining the Women Around the Table Talk every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Kiki White look forward to hearing from you. Please go to efinetwork.com for comments. You may call 832 408-8404, 346-493-2630 or 832-391-0157. All copyrights belong to EFI Networks.